Enjoy this evening and get ready for some big changes to our weather pattern. Hey everyone, I'm Darrell Winninger, the meteorologist at Central Oregon Daily News, and we're about to do a deep dive into your most reliable forecast because already today we've started to see a lot of changes. Some of those changes, a lot more cloud cover over the high desert. Some things that haven't changed, temperatures, still gorgeous feel, and through the next couple of days we have one more round of these pleasant temperatures before those showers really start to impact us, and a cooler air mass descends over the Pacific Northwest, really setting us into a cooling trend with more precipitation and even falling snow levels. Also, did I mention there's a chance of thunderstorm activity? So when we go ahead and look at the SPC outlook, that Storm Prediction Center outlook, there's a risk of thunderstorm activity Thursday and Friday for most of the state, taking out the I-5 corridor from Eugene up through Portland and going along the gorge. So what this means is within this green area, within about 50 miles of the edge, there is a potential of some thunderstorm activity. So here through the next couple of days, we're going to be in that. And what that means is the shower and thunderstorm activity that some parts of the state are experiencing will impact us, just not quite yet. Right now, looking through the passes, dry conditions, you can see those shadows on the ground, and there's just no precipitation at all. Any of these cameras, none of them showing wet roads, and it's just breathtaking across the high desert. So let's look at satellite and radar. Right now across Central Oregon, there are some clouds, not much in the way of precipitation. Then when we look at the bigger picture, what we are seeing is well to our south, over southwestern, and just about to start coming into south central Oregon, we have scattered showers and some thunderstorms. It's this activity that's going to be impacting us through the day tomorrow and Friday. So all of this activity works its way to the north. Well, what does that mean for us? Right now, we mostly have that mixture of sunshine and cloud cover. We have very pleasant temperatures and we're dry. That low pressure that's way offshore off the California coastline, that's the one that's going to roll into our neck of the woods. And when it finally does, we're going to feel the change, not just with showers or the potential of thunderstorm activity, but we go into an active weather pattern that brings several different systems right into our neck of the woods, each one bringing its own set of changes. But as of right now, we still have pretty dry conditions, except for where that deep moisture is actually helping to produce some thunderstorms down the I-5 corridor from Redmond to just outside of Chico in northern Washington. In Northern California. Washington actually has nothing in the way of thunderstorm activity. And now here through the next couple of days, we are looking at all of this moving further to the north, but when we go ahead and focus on it, we're staying dry here through this evening. It's not going to be until Wednesday afternoon that we start to get that potential of some showers, with a risk of thunderstorm activity that's going to be few and far between at this point. By Friday, scattered showers, some thunderstorms. By Saturday, wetter, breezy, and falling snow levels. So here's how we break this down. Through the rest of this afternoon and this evening, southwestern and south central Oregon, that risk of thunderstorm activity. By Thursday, that risk works its way a little further to the north, and some thunderstorms are going to be possible from a line right along the 126 corridor all the way to the south. And then going forward past that, by Friday, we get another chance of thunderstorm activity. So it just keeps spreading out a little bit more each day as that next low starts to work its way into the Pacific Northwest. But as of right now, we're pretty dry. We have relative humidity values in the 20s, some teens out there percentage-wise, with 30s and 40s on the east slopes of the Cascades. On top of that, in the last 24 hours, it's mostly been 70s with some 60s. Even right now, 60s with a few 70s on the map. Look at Warm Springs. 77 degrees. We have 72 in Bend, 70 in Prineville. That is a flip-flop kind of day across the high desert. I'm loving it, but a lot of 60s out there as well. Still well above average, just not as unseasonably warm. That average high temperature for today is 56 in Bend and 58 in Redmond. We passed that a long time ago, and we'll be looking back a little bit here in the next couple of hours. But for the most part, we're just above average. So for the last 24 hours, we are running a little bit warmer than it was this time yesterday. Tonight, we fall back through the 40s and into the 30s for some, just not everybody. So we're going from pleasant to a chilly start tomorrow morning. Some clearing is expected with tapering winds tonight. Then temperatures pick up pretty quickly. We're back to either side of 70 degrees before that chance of showers develops over the high desert. So that means that the wetter and cooling pattern is on the way. So through Thursday, some PM showers with the potential of thunderstorm activity, all because of that low that's just off screen right right there. I gotta pull my hand to the right part. Okay, so that low right there, that's the one that's going to work its way a little further inland. Meanwhile, another low comes from the Four Corners right into the Pacific Northwest. A little more quick moving, also bringing moisture with it. Both of those lows working together pull even more Pacific moisture into the high desert. So we are looking at temperatures staying relatively mild through Friday. Friday's still in the 60s with some 50s on the map. Still looking at showers, that chance of thunderstorm activity once the next low starts to get involved. This one is coming instead of from the Pacific Ocean and the Four Corners region further to the south. It's coming from the north, so it's bringing cooler air in. This mid-latitude cyclone is going to bring showers with falling snow levels, becoming snow showers for parts of the high desert, and winds are going to be pretty breezy with 50s and some 60s by Saturday. So between now and Saturday at 11 p.m., we're all getting wet. A little bit of snow in the Cascades, just not a lot at that point. It's not really until Saturday night that we get the better chance of mountain snow. And so temperatures each day are going to be falling because of this. By Saturday and Sunday, that'll be the coolest day out of the days out of the stretch, and when we're actually looking at a little bit of mountain snow. So let's put it all to a forecast model. We can see a lot of different things. Number one, we can see the low that's just off the California coastline. That's the one that's been impacting us today with the in and out clouds. Number two, there's a low over Southern California. This is the one that's going to develop and work its way north right into the Pacific Northwest, bringing even more moisture our way. Number three, there's a cold front on the other side of our ridge of high pressure. This cold front is going to redevelop into a low pressure once it passes our high, and that's the third one that's going to impact us. So what does that mean? Well, here through the rest of this evening, some showers, few chances of some lightning in south central Oregon. That fizzles out. By tomorrow, scattered showers, some thunderstorms possible. By Friday, that chance of rain gets even further to the north. Most of Oregon is looking at scattered showers that are going to be off and on, and the potential of some thunderstorms, even cooler. Then by Saturday, that next system rolls in, bringing more rain, falling snow levels, mountain snow, stronger winds, and even more rain in some of our lower elevations. But to get to the end of that event, we're going to have to look at a long-range forecast model. This is the GFS. If you've never met her before, she's a fun one. Not as high of resolution, but goes out a little bit further and helps paint a picture of what's going to happen past days 5, going through days 6 and 7. So here through the next couple of days, this one's showing something very similar to what's in the other forecast models. Scattered showers, some thunderstorms Saturday night, falling snow levels, and then some snow in our lower elevations Sunday morning. Going into the afternoon, that starts to clear out. By Monday, in and out cover. By Tuesday, and we still have a break between systems. And that next system doesn't start to roll until Tuesday night going into Wednesday. That one is another mid-latitude cyclone bringing the potential of some mountain snow. So we are looking at an active weather pattern, a break between systems early next week with another one rolling in later past the 7-day planner. So between now and Friday at 11 p.m., we're getting wet, a little bit of mountain snow. By the time we pass that up and go further out to Wednesday at 7 a.m., so this is basically looking at this time next week. After tonight. That's when we're looking at a few light totals in some of our lower elevations, 4 to 8 inches of snow possible in some of our higher elevations. And winds are just going to be gusty during that time. So a little bit of mountain snow, not just the Cascades, but the Ochocos and a few others. So wind gusts right now are between 10 and 20 miles per hour. Not too bad. We're actually looking at 5 to 15 mile per hour winds with gusts of 20 plus. And going forward through the rest of this evening, that tapers off. By Thursday, a little breezy at times during the afternoon and evening. Around some thunderstorms, gusts could be a little bit stronger. Sorry, fighting off a sneeze right now. Going to Friday, a light breeze that is going to be picking up around some of those thunderstorms again. So for tonight, expect 40s and 30s, getting a little chilly on the high desert. By Thursday, before showers start to develop, temperatures peak. We're looking at 60s, even some 70s. Areas that don't get wet or have clouds developing later get a little bit warmer. Showers, some thunderstorms possible. Now looking at the 7-day planner, we keep that momentum going. More widespread showers, more potential of a thunderstorm activity by Friday. By Saturday, wetter and cooler, falling snow levels, some of those totals in the higher elevations. Then by Monday and Tuesday, we start to rebound. That is the break between systems. By this time next week, by Wednesday of next week, another system already pushing through the Pacific Northwest. So your weather headlines for this Wednesday, April the 8th, include high pressure pressure losing its grip. It is going to start to flatten, that means weaken, and this warmth starts to fade. PM showers are expected with a risk of some thunderstorms both Thursday and Friday, but as of right now, we are dry. We are doing pretty good, and there's only a couple blips of green showing up on radar. Now, when we look at the bigger picture, we have some showers over south central Oregon, some thunderstorms over southwestern Oregon and northern California, and that is going to continue to roll this way, just not all the way into central Oregon before it fizzles out. That is the latest in weather. Join us tonight on Central Oregon Daily News. We'll have the latest headlines and your most reliable forecast. See you then.